Guys, we're back at Hydrogen Fitness. Currently, I'm doing my split. It's legs, then push, then pull. Today, we're doing leg day, and we're doing a full leg day. I'm gonna do 2 movements for quads, 2 movements for hamstrings, and 2 movements for glutes. First thing I'm gonna start with is my hack squat. I love to use a machine that has a pad so that I can keep myself nice and stable. That way I'm not fatiguing my spine like if I was using a barbell squat. It's a lot of technique. Instead, I'm relying on this so it can be all quads. So we're starting with warm-up sets on the super squat machine, which is essentially our hack squat for today. Again, all I care is that my first quad movement, I have something that I can brace my back into so that I have great pelvic stability, so all the emphasis goes on my quads, starting with 2 warm-up sets. So we're gonna be filming a lot of exercises today because again, I'm doing 6 exercises for my lower body day. So we did 2 warm-up sets of the super squat, and now I'm gonna do my first working set. I'm probably only gonna do 3 sets, and I'm looking to get somewhere between 6 and 8 reps. Very challenging. I start off with a heavy compound movement where I do lower reps, heavier weight, and I make sure that I get full range of motion, and I'm making sure that I really push myself. I'm gonna take about 3 to 4 minute break in between each working set of my super squat. Again, feet really low on the platform, back really into the pad, and above all else, full range of motion. Got 11 reps. So probably go a little up in weight on my next set. Again, I'm looking for 6 to 8. I don't use the super squat machine all the time. I always use some variation of hack squat. What's important is I push myself very close to failure. I'll move up a little bit in weight though, because I do want my first exercise to be closer to 6 or 8 reps. 3 minute break. Okay, this is gonna be our second working set. I added 2 10s to each side. Remember, I went pretty close to failure on my last set. I got 11 reps. This is all estimation, guys. You gotta make calculations. They're just calculated decisions. So now I added 2 10s. This might be really hard to get 8 reps because I almost went all out on my first set. I went very close to failure. So this might be very difficult, but I think I'll get 8 reps. Same thing. Feet low on the pad, all the way down, a lot of knee bend. That was definitely failure, but we're not been able to get another rep, so that's what I want. Really calculated decisions on my reps. Got 11, had weight, got 8. Next set, I probably won't get 8, but I'll get at least 6. 3 minute break, last working set. Third working set, here we go. Again, try to get in, try to get out. I go very hard. 3 working sets, super squat. So all I need, I crushed that. Now I just need to do a few accessories on sets. On a leg press, my quads will be toast. We're talking 5 to 7 sets of quads. If you're training near to failure, that's all you need. 3 sets of super squats. Now we're into exercise number 2, leg press. I do leg press twice a week. It's actually one of my single favorite exercises for building muscle because it allows you to be extremely stable. So the more stability I have, the more emphasis I can put on my quads, the less emphasis on my core, the less emphasis on my spine having to stay upright. That's why I absolutely love the leg press, because you can really emphasize the quads. So most weeks I do my first exercise, either a pendulum or a hack squat, and then after either of those, I do the leg press. First working set. Full range of motion. Do not let my glutes or back lift up this pad. Try to keep my head down. Priority is full range of motion. Get all the way down, keep myself nice and braced, glutes on the pad, lower back of the pad. I want this to be a quad exercise, not a lower exercise, back exercise. Full range. My knees should be coming all the way down to my torso while I'm doing this, keeping my back on the pad and pushing all the way up. Full range of motion over everything. We have 3 working sets of leg press. I'm gonna get 10 to 12 reps per set. Okay, second exercise, I'm taking 3 to 4 minute breaks in between exercises. My leg press is my second movement. With my second movement, my first movement, I go very low in reps, like the 6 to 8 range. This, I'm trying to get 10 to 12 reps, okay? Again, I still care about full range of motion first and foremost, taking about 3 minute breaks in between. We're gonna do 2 to 3 sets of leg press. This is my second working set. Go. Okay, second working set, I have 1 more in me. Gonna aim for 10 reps, and the last one's gonna be brutal. 3 to 4 minute break, and then we go again. Leg press. Set number 3. Last one of these, we're looking for 10 reps. It's gonna be pretty brutal. Again, it's a failure, especially that last rep. That is all I had in the tank, was 10 reps. That's what I want. I want just 5 to 7 super hard sets per muscle group where I'm taking myself to the brink. I warm up and then I get in there and I go hard. Leg press done. Okay, exercise number 3 today is the Nautilus glute drive. A lot of times I use a competitor hip thruster machine, which is known as the booty builder. I use 5 plates on that. That's all the new booty builder can move up to. The Nautilus is a little bit easier, but you can load more weight onto it. So we're gonna see if this is the right weight. If it's not, I'm gonna cut it short. I'm looking for 3 sets on the Nautilus glute drive, very close to failure. And again, I am very pro men training glutes. I think you're out of your mind if you don't train your glutes. Nice and tight, right around where my belt would be. Full range of motion. Ooh, it was great. Got a lot of glutes. I got some hamstring in there. I got 9 reps. I'm gonna guess that I can get 3 working sets, 9 reps. The last one will be extremely hard. That was maybe 2 reps left in reserve on that one. But again, very close to failure. So first working set of Nautilus glute drive, 6 plates per side, 9 reps. Again, full range of motion all the way down. Must. On a glute drive, on a booty builder, on any sort of hip thrust, you have to get your hips up in the air till tabletop. So where your shoulders and your hips are in line with each other, because the most difficult portion of this lift is the shortened position all the way up. There's no tension on the bottom. All the tension's at the top of this movement. So if you get all the way up, if you don't get all the way up, you're missing out on a ton of growth from this exercise. 3-minute break. Okay, second working set, Nautilus glute drive, same thing, 9 reps. I'm gonna try to tighten the belt a little bit tighter because it was kind of, with all that weight, it was kind of pulling apart the strap from around my waist. So I'm gonna try to get this thing around me nice and tight. I wanna stay glued to this pad as much as possible. That way my back doesn't arch, because I want my hips to be doing the work. I don't want my spinal erectors to be doing it. So the tighter I can stay glued to this pad, the better. When I come down to the bottom, I try to flatten out my back, and I just try to really drive through my heels and squeeze the glute at the top of the range of motion. So this is working set number 2. There it goes, much better, much tighter. All right, here we go. I got an 8. 8 reps that time. Great. Next one through, try to get 8 again. Hypertrophy occurs building muscle anywhere between 5 and 30 reps. Higher reps I find very psychologically fatiguing and very cardiovascular fatiguing. So I typically try to work most exercises between 6 and 12 reps, and then some isolation movements. I'll go as high as 15 reps, but most of my working time, I love to work between that 6 and 12 range, especially on heavy compound movements like this. That crushed me. Having it tighter around my waist, the belt, made a huge difference though, because it stayed against me the entire time. So that was very helpful. But I'm fatigued here, guys. I'm 8 sets in. We have 1 more working set on the Nautilus glute drive. Oh. Mental clarity, right? I want to stay strong. I want to get my 3rd working set. I want this to be a great set. I want those 8 reps. I've only been training a little less than 35 minutes right now. So that's with warm up and everything, getting into the gym. We're about halfway through leg day today. Belt, nice and tight. You want to be stable. Tighten this thing up again, loop it, feet through, head back into the pad, here we go. Oh, all right. So like I said, a little less than 35 minutes into training, but I want to make sure I talk about every exercise I do today in detail. So this is part 1 of leg day. We're gonna start filming right after this. Part 2, which will come next week. So this is it, guys. 3 exercises, walked into the gym, got set up, warmed up, did my warm-up sets, started my working sets in under 35 minutes. Stay tuned for part 2 of leg day, where we finish up this training session. If you like what you see, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's where the majority of my following is. I'm on TikTok as well. And I appreciate the support, guys. And I hope you enjoyed watching the first part of me train legs today.